Hi everybody, I'm Dan Joseph with MRC TV. We are at the Supreme Court today where they are holding the first arguments in the landmark case about the constitutionality of Obamacare. Now there are tons of people here from all sorts of groups, liberal groups, Tea Party groups. We're going to go talk to some of them about whether the bill is constitutional or not. Why do you think that the health care law is constitutional and should be upheld by the court?
Because it defines life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If you don't have life, you can't have the other two. It's part of the Bill of Rights. So the Constitution says.
Looking for where in the Constitution it says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's in the Declaration of Independence, right?
Yes, yes.
Why do you think that the government can force somebody to buy something from a private company? On what grounds do you believe it's unconstitutional?
The government has no right to tell us that we must purchase a product simply because we live and breathe. They have no right to do that, and so that's unconstitutional.
God bless these flags, but they can be a real problem for interviews.
I would prefer public option, but I support it because it's better than what we have right now.
Even if it's ruled to be unconstitutional, though, you would still support the law?
Well, they rule it unconstitutional. It won't really make any difference.
Opponents of this are going to argue that you can't force somebody to buy something. The government can't force somebody to buy something from a private company. Why can the government do that? Why is the government allowed to do that?
I'm not really sure why they're allowed to do that. I just know that in a country as rich as ours, everyone should have health insurance coverage.
Since there are provisions for opting for your own choices and things like that, I feel like that's fully constitutional because there is that option to opt for your own choice.
I think it should be unconstitutional not to have insurance, because when you don't have insurance and you crash into the emergency room, you raise my cost over $1,000 a year.
The Constitution is very explicit and clear in defining what government's responsibilities are. Nowhere does it state that one individual must be forced to pay for something against their own will by their government.
A lot of people say that, well, this is like car insurance. Well, for car insurance, you have to buy a car in order to need insurance.
You don't have to own a car.
Exactly.
Nobody's saying. You think it falls under the general welfare clause. So, all right, let me ask you this then. Do you believe global warming is a problem?
Yes.
Okay, so basically, under the general welfare clause, it would be constitutional for the government to say, okay, you can't have any cars that give out a lot of emissions anymore. You have to go to a hybrid, you have to go to a Chevy Bolt or something.
Yeah, they can do that.
You believe they could do that?
I think it's constitutional for the government to force a religious organization to provide something that is going to prevent people from dying.
Do you think that the government should be able to force you to buy something from a private company?
I think that the government should be able to enforce an individual mandate because it's a proven model in almost all of the other industrialized nations.
Does the dog support Obamacare?
She does.
She does.
She definitely does.
Do you think you support like an expansion of Obamacare to apply to pets?
I would.
You would?
Go to California. There's tons of government there, and you'll just love it. Jerry Brown loves tons. They love a lot of government. Yep. And there's no money. No
Look
money.
at we're broke. I'm from California. My county has 20% unemployment.
Yeah, California is a mirror of what's going to happen in America. No money.
Why should I pay for your health insurance or be forced to? Tell me, why should I be forced to pay for your health insurance and go broke in the process?
What about all the
No. Answer my question.